folks, welcome back to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. Special guest Joe Rut today. Say hi to the good people.
Hello, good people.
Fiddleheads out there.
He says you're good.
I think you're good.
Okay, I think you're probably good too.
In this lesson, we're going to learn how to play fiddle on a song. It's part of a series called How to Play on Songs. And Joe has written this really cool song called Hitcher. It's going to be out on an album soon. And somewhere in this video, I'm going to have a little promo link pop up so you can go listen to more of this guy's music. He's very prolific.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, I know, for sure. I mean, yeah. And but anyway, I hope this is fun and useful for you. Basically, we're going to play the entire song, and then I'm going to go and show you a little bit more closely with the fiddle closer to the camera what I've done, and maybe a little bit about the process. So without further ado, we're going to play this song by Joe Rut called The Hitcher.
All right.
Brother, you don't know from cold. It's only mid-September. January's bound, the chatter teeth clean from your mouth. Frozen roadside statue to a war no one remembers. If I was you, kid, I'd be heading south. But I'm going north as far as Baker City, and the sun is going down behind those trees. You look dressed at best for summer, but I trust you know best where you need to be. Long way, boy, from Roanoke, Virginia, but I get it. Time comes and you gotta go. And I'm guessing you can play that thing you got there on your back. Can't be worse than what's been on the radio. Throw your bag up in the back there. Play me whatever you know best. Long as you can keep that thing in tune, I promise I won't make you play request. Guess I could take you as far as Wenatchee. Play the one again about the girl with the golden hair. There's a baggie in the glove box. Ought to last till we get there.
Good song.
Nicely done.
Thank you, my friend. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly show you a little bit about what I did on that song. And I noticed when Joe sent me a recording of this, and by the way, I guess one thing to talk about more generally is I try to, as much as possible, and listen to a recording beforehand. Sometimes I don't have the chance and just have to figure it out on the spot. But basically, like, listening to it, I figured out that it was in D, and then he sent me a chord chart. And with the chord chart, I was able to kind of, basically the scale on the chord chart really help you sort of get started with the tune. Learning the vocal melody also helps. And and then, so for the, what I'll call the chorus, Joe calls it the bridge. I ended up, we kind of went back and forth on how to do it. I tried it a few different ways, and I ended up doing some chords. G chord, just open G and D, and then D. And then we have a B minor, which I play with G2 and D2. A major with G1, D1, and then open G and D. And those are most of the chords in it. And that's all the chords. And so for the other part, the sort of breaks, they're based around one idea. And it's, again, something I heard in the guitar part, a kind of a thing that Joe does in the intro of the song, which is... It's just sort of this nice descending line. So I just fiddled around with that a little bit. So I'm just going to break that down a teeny bit for you on D. Something like that is the kind of like the core melody. It happens during the breaks. The first break, kind of the second break is more involved, more double stops. But it's still based on the same melody. Then there's the whole, so then there's another chorus and then another break section. And the beginning of that is a total departure. And so we went back and forth and thought that would be a good point to do a departure, like almost like a solo, and then second half returns to the melody. And then I take a little break, and then come back in for the final chorus again with the long notes, long chords. So that's, if you want to play with people, like a really nice thing you can do with the fiddle is just to play long, simple notes. Like we experimented with having more fills, like he would sing a line and I'd be like, and then we tried it with just the long notes, and that just seemed like the nicest thing. And then finally another general note about playing that you may have noticed I wasn't playing a lot. And I think that's a useful thing, where a lot of fiddle players and violin players just want to play all the time. And to really do a song justice, sometimes it's best to just do nothing. That means you can kick back, you can kind of look at the girls in the audience, or look at the boys in the audience, whatever. But just as long as you come in when you need to come in. And so, anyhow, I think that's going to do it, talking about the song. Great tune by Joe Rut called The Hitcher. He's got a lot of amazing albums out. And there will be more songs in this series, How to Play on Songs with Fiddle. And it's just sort of meant to be a general introduction to what do you do? How do you think about, making up stuff? How do you jam? All those sort of topics we'll cover. Thanks a lot. So long.
Thanks for watching the video.
Excellent!